This week on NBA 2K TV, reactions from the winner of our Shoe Creator Challenge. Details on the first ever.
The Celtics strutting through the tunnel earlier on. The Boston faithful waiting to cheer them on as they get set to take the floor. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. And we've got time for a quick... And... I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do, too. Thanks for that report. Here are the five for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, home in the paint. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out. To age.
You know, Steve, these teams we're seeing tonight both have very strong options off their bench.
And Kevin, when you have a strong bench, the starters love it because they know if they have a lead, they have some guys that's going to extend the lead. If they're not playing well, they have guys that come off that help them. And opposing teams, they know when you're a 9 or 10 deep team and you're very, very talented.
And the Clippers starting 5. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Brown. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Off target from outside. Walker against George. Zubac trying to break loose. And George gets it to go.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. We play just over a minute here in the first. Hayward kicks to Walker. Beyond the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To the middle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Morris with the bucket.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. George passes to Beverly. Here's Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Leonard missing. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Here's Beverly. Kemba Walker making his last shot. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Walker the pass to Hayward. Walker against Beverly. Walker in the post. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
Awesome ability to focus there by Tatum. He just has a feel and a belief in what he's doing out there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossover, turnaround, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Some changes for Boston. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Now, here's Shamet. He had 10 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Oh, what a play!
I'll tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Green, and it's denied. Here's Smart. His last outing, 16 points for him. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Robert Williams is checked in for the Celtics. Here's Tatum. There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Where do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum? Step right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Harrell dishes to Williams. Outside Jackson. Loads it up there for Harrell.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Wanamaker the pass to Williams. And here is Tatum. Second chance effort. Great D that time from Green.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
43 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Floats one. No good on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. Here's Wanamaker. Williams kicks to Smart. Shot clock at 6. Williams against Jackson. Shoots a fader. Misses off the left iron.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
There's Williams with the 3. And that one released in time, but no good. Tie game in Boston. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with George had that nasty broken leg back in 2000.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and has not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got JaMychal Green, Reggie Jackson out there with Williams. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Harrell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it. That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The three-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He has always done it. Thank you. And there's the pass to Walker. From past the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. George passes to Beverly. Back to George. Passes to Leonard. Puts it up there for Harrell.
And when he's a roller, Montrezl Harrell can catch any pass because he has great hands.
Beverly against Walker. Hayward outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
That's the one thing you love about Hayward. He lives at the line.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Here's Hayward, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Gordon Hayward has filled out that frame and a powerful finish through contact.
You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
And it's blocked by Brown. Smart against George. To the left side wing. Now, here's Walker. Guarded closely. And here is Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Celtics have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And Walker kicks to Tice. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Smart. Stolen by George. Out left to the wing. Beverly wide open. The shot's good on the assist by George. Beverly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Walker the pass to Tice. Leonard against Hayward. Pass to Walker. Now the pass to Tice. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the teams that you don't have a chance to win their championship.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. The Celtics have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws. One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. And then for Los Angeles, Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
58 seconds left in the first half. Here's Walker. Boston again missing.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Outside Williams. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2 for 1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
This is it to Cantor. Pass to Brown. Lock at 6 with the fadeaway. The Clippers grab the miss. Outside Williams. Now here's Leonard. From deep three-point range.
The versatility of Hayward, able to defend.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points with... And...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Brad Stevens, getting going here in the second half. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Tatum. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Zubac finds George. It's rebounded by Tice.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Walker taking his time here. It's stolen by Morris.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Walker in the post, defended by Beverly. Walker's shot is off.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
outside Tatum. Six to shoot. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Boston making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. The Clippers also making some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Morris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Leonard. And here's Tatum for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Good work there as it goes. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only one miss in 5 attempts.
Pass to Williams. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
And George kicks to Beverly. Here's Harrell. Williams with the block. Smart wide open. He fires. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
George looking around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Wanamaker. Brown outside. He kicks it to Tatum. Williams against Green. Here's Smart. Here's Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
He's such a physical player. Williams has no off switch, which is how he gets these calls.
The Celtics making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Leonard, he's checked in for JaMychal Green. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Los Angeles with another miss. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Williams. Lets it go from 14. And the jumper is good. Cantor's got his first bucket of the night.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Shamet on the wing. Outside Jackson. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard on the wing. Launches a 3. And the Clippers miss again. Celtics trail by 3. To the inside. Cantor. The second effort. Second chance shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Now the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. There's Shamet. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. It's a 1-point game. Brown against Leonard. For the lead. And it's Brown missing. Clippers shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost any time he wants.
Here's Wanamaker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Wanamaker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Bounce pass from Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Cantor against Leonard. It's hauled in by Wanamaker. Outside, Smart from downtown. No good, shot missing. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Talked about it in the pregame. We have to.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Jackson. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Williams. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Right side Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
And the pass to Tice. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Clippers leading by 3. Jackson passes to Leonard. Charity stripe shot. Here's Zubac, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, having an easy bucket in the paint.
Walker against Williams, looking to end his cold spell, and he nails the jumper.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. He feeds it to Leonard. Clock at 6. Leonard draws the double. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Up top, Walker. Guarded by Jackson. Back to Cantor. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Here's Leonard. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now a timeout called by Boston. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
Tatum, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And then for the Clippers, George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He said he just wants them to play faster. It feels like they've been too lackadaisical with the ball and that their aggressiveness just isn't there right now. Kevin, back to you.
Walker against Beverley. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles leads cut down to 1 on the bucket from Kemba Walker.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beverley looking around to the wing right side. George with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Leonard the pass to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Here's Tice. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Morris. Now Beverly. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Tatum dishes to Walker. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. From 18 feet away, not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut to just 1 on the basket from Hayward.
Those are the shots you expect him to make. Gordon Hayward up to the task.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
1:53 left in the 4th quarter. Hayward outside. Back to Walker. To tie it up. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers leading by 3. Left in the 4th quarter. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Morris kicks to George. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. Here's Morris. And that one's good. Beverly. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Patrick Beverly plays with a scorer's mentality. Takes the opportunity to step up.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. 1:12 left in the 4th. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Well, he's got his field goal percentage in the high 50s, and that says a lot about how well he's been able to kind of exploit the gaps in the defense. His motion, his ability to find open spots on the floor, you can definitely see the difference.
And the shot goes down.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
55 seconds left in the game. From 20 feet out. Goes back up. No good from Zubac. It counts.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Smart on the wing for 3. They get it again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Tatum against George. It drops.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
They also need to get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately fire.
Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverly.
poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And the Clippers call time here. They're in front by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there. It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. Second-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine. And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Outside, Smart. Buries it from outside.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
And let's give him some credit. He read the situation well. He created some space, and he delivered.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge.